Thunder Gaming presents Thunder Smash 2. 8 of the best players in the world. Team Liquid, the Buzz. T1 Larry Lurr. World Best Gaming MVD. Most Valuable Gaming Dark Wizzy. CLG Void. Most Valuable Gaming Salem. Demise GG Nico. And Panda Global Eason. 8 players. $10,000 prize pool. Live from Los Angeles. Thunder Smash 2 Invitational starts now.
Looks like we're going to get into our next contest. And guys, this is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a battle of snakes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Salem and MVD.
All right, so we're not completely sure if we're going to see the snake, though, from Salem. You know, Salem definitely
He's
has
always teasing
quite
something
a
else,
few
bro.
characters. Yeah, man. I mean, like, he had the Greninja for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He said he had the Shulk when he brought the Shulk out. So my man has a multitude of characters that he can play. The Link.
I got bodied by his Samus online before. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Okay, well, could have kept that to yourself. No, I'm kidding. No, his Samus is actually really gross. You know, I played it in Smash 4. I've never felt so helpless like I have when I play against a Samus that, you know, really has the movement down pat. But again, you know, I still think, you know, Bayonetta is a character that's, you know, kind of on the come up as well, too. You know, we're not getting as much representation, but I think that character's kind of climbing back from the trenches, too. So we could see, like, you know, the Buzz tap into some of that Evo 2017 Disney action, you know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm just saying, man.
All right, well, let's get things started, man. Looks like the competitors are ready to go. So what's that, man? Oh, yeah, that's that snake done. Now, listen, man, I'm a snake connoisseur, okay? I'm cool with snake all throughout the day. We've seen some of the best players in this game. Have played snake.
I think the one thing about like snakes or just seeing a snake ditto is just straight up seeing. My bad. I don't know what you're saying, bro. But anyway, why you like do that every time a snake's on the screen? Anyway, bro, I'm out. Right? So, like, the thing about we're seeing this video or ditto is we're going to see 2 different styles like being elected to be shown right now. Man, I feel like for the most part, MVD is definitely very projectile and more of a campier play, which is interesting to say when you're talking about going against Salem, who is known to be as a very defensive player. But when it comes to a snake, man, I feel like he can get a little flashy sometimes.
Yeah, and I think it's just kind of how Snake is designed as a character. I mean, yes, he's a projectile character, and canonically, like, that's what he's going to do. He's going to set up traps, really bait you in, so on and so forth. But we've seen this character played a whole bunch of different types of ways. Like, of course, you know, he has the, you know, Salem has the really great footwork, you know, the semi-aggressive play style, which is kind of him channeling his Brawl ZSS as well, mind you. But then you got, like, Ally, who just sometimes doesn't even use projectiles. Sometimes he just goes right in and, you know, gets his hands dirty. So we'll see how it goes down, man.
All right, man. So anyway, keep it moving in here. We got maximum explosions all over the screen, and somehow that Nikita was able to find its mark from Salem, which is, you know, pretty interesting because I've always feel like when I talk about Nikita play, I'm always thinking MVD, but I ain't gonna sleep on Salem right now. Where's he going? Trying to kick that Nikita, not gonna be able to make it. Still though, was able to make it back to the ledge.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing about Snake. You know, those freestyle recoveries, they can just, you know, burn that air dodge and just come back from some pretty bad distances away from the ledge.
Oh, okay. There we go. Decent shield damage there, but still pops out the shield, gets the punish with forward tilt. Damn. Snake said, nah, man, I'm trying to actually get CQC out here.
Right. He said, my body's a projectile. Let me show you
facts, right? Oh, my God. Your boy, you're lucky.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, and almost pulled the trigger on him right there, man. I like the platform pressure, but again, the ledge game for MVD has been just extravagant here throughout the course of this game. Has to slightly, let's see how long he'll hold on to it. Burns the air dodge, and then actually read the grab attempt. Very smart.
It was actually really good as far as where he was trying to position him with the Nikita, but I'm really surprised he didn't get that grab, man. MVD, anytime you see him trying to hurt somebody, he usually capitalizes perfectly. See if this exchange right here on the ledge can be a little better for him. The pressure is certainly mounting.
Man, look at this. I mean, look at the traps that he's setting up. He's finally found his way back down to the ground at Salem and found a little damage too, but for a quick minute, man was playing coast to coast.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, nice. Kind of just drops right on top of him there, runs right up with the forward tilt. Now, see, this is kind of dangerous because, like, you know, Salem is known for his great footwork, but he's just running into a lot of traps. MVD setting up. Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's all he needed right there. So, all right, so very fragile major lead for MVD at 140, and Salem trying to put the feet to him. Oh my goodness, might have actually cost himself.
Oh, okay, hold on. We playing duelist right now.
Oh, no.
Come on.
I mean, that was house money. He was at 140 something. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, he got the most out of that stock.
Okay, managed to roll through that stick, though. I like that from MVD. You know, he was like, I still got a little bit of invincibility. Usually people are sitting in shield. Let me go ahead and get this stick real quick.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's a trap right there again. And using these platforms to his advantage. You know, sometimes it's not enough for you to try to fish for up tilt under these platforms. You can do things like, you know, Z drop a grenade up on top, you know, and try to time it and cook it properly.
Down throw.
Oh, yeah, it's very. Oh, wait, how did he not get the throw? Okay.
Yeah, well, he was able to. He used the invincibility of his get-up attack right there. Plus the grenade kind of held him in place again, but he was still managed to get that punish on the get-up attack. So good stuff to MVD. The block turns around, gets the F tilt.
I would certainly consider this a little bit of an upset if Salem gets it here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he said, don't even whip it out, man. Good stuff.
Why you doing these projectiles so close to me, homie?
Just put it away, bro.
Why you doing these projectiles so close to me, man? Go ahead and send him out of that first game. So MVD will be taking the first one. And they're probably joking around, man. It's always good times when you're playing against Salem until you're playing up against Salem. That's what true. Between the games, good time.
Yeah, once you tap into the game, man, it gets ugly for you.
Salem's one of those players you might have breakfast with him, but you won't have dinner. Right? That's it. I don't want to talk to you, bro. Not after that. Not after that tournament.
Yeah, bro. That's one of those situations where, like, you're on the same carpool and you're like, man, I really hope I don't got to play you in bracket because you might end up riding home by yourself.
That's facts.
You might have to get yourself an Uber, bro, on the way back.
You want 10,000? I'll buy a lot of Ubers.
That's right, man. Well, breakfast, dinner, lunch, no matter what it is, both these two gentlemen are obviously cooking in this game. But obviously, you know, MVD was the one that kind of edged that thing out. But I got to say, it was a little bit closer than I expected it to be. You know, with how many projectiles Salem kind of ran into and just all the traps he kind of fell into, I was like, I think MVD might be able to run away with this with a solid 2 stock. But again, in the typical Salem fashion, kept it close and fought to the very end. So let's see if we can carry that up here, man, for game number 2.
Looking for a big way in there. I like the fact that MVD is down to like, you know, go ahead and cut the projectile game down, man. He sees too many grenades being pulled. He's like, you know what, I'm just gonna run over here and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bit of a clank right there, tapped into his inner DBZ.
Right. Oh, got hit by the second one though, so MVD leads Salem himself right here. Now setting up the ledge here against MVD. Lower recovery.
Okay, using a lot of down smashes at the ledge. I forgot that's actually a pretty solid tool, you know, versus most of the cast who have, you know, kind of awkward recoveries. Maybe not so much like Snake, but, you know, playing a character like Link, you know, I've been hit with down smash at the ledge of stage. I'm just like, and I just can't come back. You know, I'm dead at 50.
Wow, him pointing that shot right there. Look at Nikita.
They was definitely getting a little black ops for a second, bro. I was like, when y'all gonna go ahead and make this a fight again, bro?
That's right.
All right. So yeah, man, this cross-stage play is going to be pretty big for most of them. I mean, it's just zone control, setting up people, forcing them to be in shields and things like that. MVD seems to be down number zone break way more than Salem right now, but now I feel like he's starting to get figured out on when he wants to come in and get these dash attacks. Forward throw, not going to finish off yet.
Very smart right there to use his his up special, right to the air dodge immediately because he knew that MVD kind of grabbed him out of the jump. But there's the up tilt again to close it out. And again, you got to keep it close, man, with 2 characters like this. You know, it's one thing, you know, you're fighting against a Mario, you lose the lead. You know, if you're trusting your approach options, you'll be A-okay. But 2 characters like this, man, they'll just keep that zone coming and slowly but surely just keep chiseling away at you with like grenade damage, C4 damage. Before you realize it, you're at 175,000%. Not literally, but you know.
Yeah, well, imagine though.
Yeah, good, right. 1 tap and you're dead.
Facts.
Right, so see how he's going to go ahead and get the stock right now, though. I mean, the grenades are flying, but no one's getting hit by him, man. It's straight up a battlefield, no Jordan Sparks. So anyway.
That's clever.
All right.
I'm using that one, man.
All right.
That's right, man. I'm using that one.
So I'm just trying to figure out who's gonna get the next big hit right now, though, man. A lot of explosions, you know, a lot of theatrics. But you have yet to see, you know, someone really start to take this lead right now. I mean, we obviously have the lead being established with MVD at 94, but you know, no stocks have been taken yet, and you know that Snake is able to add up some damage real quick.
Of course.
He's able to get a confirm.
And he's a big body too, man.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, at 94, yeah, you're a little hesitant in some aspects, but you'll be just fine. 113 as well. MVD really trying to find a way in, and this is where Salem can excel best, man. When this boy's got a lead, that boy can run like there's something in his hand.
That's right, man. Definitely tapped into his Forrest Gump, and as you see right here, gets to the back throw again. I'm like, yo, when are we going to go for a couple more pummels? I mean, we know how hard pummeling is to get out of in this game, but kind of let him off the hook.
Oh, okay. Wow. What? All right, first of all, I didn't even see him put up there, so I definitely got hit.
Was slick.
Like,
Yeah.
I definitely got hit. But what a setup right there from MVD. Got him on the top platform, too, so we pretty much guaranteed that stock and evens it back up. You know, he obviously he's going to want to try to get the lead right here, you know, establish that I'll at least already got the 2-1 for the set. So he'll say he can win the set. Even if he drops the third game, he's still got 2 points on the board.
Hey. See how this one's going to play out here. You know, Salem kind of staying back into the cut here, knows he has the lead. And so MVD, as much as he probably doesn't want to approach, you know, in a very semi-aggressive fashion, he's going to have to.
Hold up, trying to figure out a way down right now, Salem.
He's taking his time with it. I like it.
Okay. A lot of explosions right here, man. You know, we guys talked about movies earlier. It's definitely looking more like a Michael Bay film, if you know, I may say so myself. I like it to be a Quentin Tarantino, though. Somebody needs to find a kill and soon.
All right, well, let's hope the language is a little more
appropriate. Well, there's a black snake on stage. I'm just, anyway, though. Anyway, man.
That darn snake. See ya.
All right, so MVD, man, I'm starting to notice that Salem is definitely catching on to MVD's dash attack. He's very prone to dash attacking, but rolls right into it, though, and there it is. MVD getting the 2 points, so therefore he's already got the set lead. We're gonna get one more game in here. Maybe he can get the 3 and really push himself even ahead of the pack right now if he manages to make it happen.
That's tough for Salem, man. He was in control, and you know, both times we saw before that final stock, he was able to take care of MVD, but it's just that last clutch stock from MVD was just too clutch.
Yeah, you know, it's those final moments where you really tap into like that top player persona, man, and you know, I don't know, he might be able to switch off here. I mean, a lot of times Salem, I've seen him pick characters based off of just pride. You know, looking back at like that Nimbus event a couple months ago, remember we were like, yo, don't play Snake versus ESAM, don't do it. He did it anyway and actually did a damn good job. And since then, I think he's actually beaten ESAM, I think, in a few games. So this could be a pride thing for the most part, but it looks like he's switching off to one of his earlier picks here when Smash Ultimate first came out. I mean, he's tapping back into the hero of grime himself, Link. Or actually, I guess he's not the hero of time in this iteration anymore. He's Breath of the Wild.
I thought he said the hero of grime. I was like,
I did.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's a Z.
Thank you.
What'd he do?
Hey, man,
have you seen those bomb tricks?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like something with Zelda. I was like,
Nah,
he's been loyal since day one. Can't go on my man like that. All right, we'll see, man. I mean, you know what? The first 2 games obviously kept him close, but just could not clutch it out. But trying to get this final one to go his way. Just remember back in the beginning, of Smash 4's Smash Ultimate's lifespan, I was just like, dang, man, he actually makes this character like a top tier.
And I think, you know, this character does have a lot of potential. And I'm not just saying it because I play Link, but, you know, short hop nair, very, very strong move. Obviously, clanks with a lot of projectiles. Bomb setups. We've seen, you know, Salem's item gameplay over a multitude of different characters. So, as you can see right there, the jump off forward, he can go deep, man.
Yeah, man. It's a little surprising how deep he can go. And, you know, universally, Link's recovery has not been touted as one of the best. Definitely a lot better in this game. But, yeah, man, Salem is not afraid to go play off stage. So he ends up getting that deep forward air, finishing off MVD pretty early.
That's going to put MVD's feet to the fire.
Very smart. Waits from the land right on top of the C4. Despite the wonderful start here that Salem has, he's still sticking to his guns here, no pun intended, man. Okay.
Ends up grabbing that bomb back, still trying to get some tricks here. Oh, Lord.
Oh. MVD actually looks lost.
Okay. Oh, no way. Relax, homie. Relax.
This is actually disgusting. The bomb shenanigans right now. I mean, you're just seeing, we talk about Snake's grenades, but Link's bomb proving to be just as potent. Almost controlling the space MVD's trying to occupy.
Yeah, you know, I think both of these two characters play a very similar game. Obviously, Link a little outclassed just in terms of the utility belt. But for the most part, man, I think it's that bomb that's really a thorn in MVD's side. The fact that it also has the active hitbox on it can really stop Snake from getting his gameplay going.
Saw the boomerang coverage right there, too, man. He got the grab, but it didn't seem to matter that boomerang coming back. And he was able to confirm into it, or at least get an extra hit after that. The up tilt finally registering, but look at this, man. MVD 129 on his second stock already before he's even able to confirm the first one off of Salem. So the Link switch really working out for him.
Well, it definitely is. I mean, I think it's that matchup unfamiliarity that this game still brings, you know, almost a half a year into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that this is a game, you know, this game is still going to get him some points on the board if he ends up making it, but he's already down to 2-1, so had he pulled this out in the second game, this could have been a totally different story. So.
Super cuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it, man. It's one stock away. I mean, you know, see Salem in the lead a couple of times, but that was in the Snake Ditto. The way he's been playing, I would be very surprised if he let this one go.
Oh, my.
And he's actually got tremendous data, too, like going into the later half of the bracket as well. Because everybody's going to get to compete in the invitation, obviously, with the top 8. But, like, if these two match up again, you best believe that Link's coming through.
Oh, it definitely is. Okay, now goes for the back throw and immediately blows up the bomb. Very, very smart right there. Didn't want to run the risk of Snake tossing it at him and, you know, killing one of his jumps off stage. So I'm really liking the situational awareness right here, you know, in terms of the long-range game and, of course, the up-close and personal game as well, which is something that's been kind of virtually untapped into with Link in some of the previous installments. Oh, my God.
Okay. Oh, my. He's still trying to put the pressure on. Had he jumped off that ledge and tried to do anything, he would have got scooped up by that spin attack. Go. Right.
No way.
I mean, he's got the setup going, but like, look at this, man. I feel like Salem's really just controlling the ground so well that he's actually just forced to sit on the platform.
This jump is over.
Goodbye.
Over, son. That's it. Spin to win, man.
All right, so we got one.
Vegas already. It's at the price is right. That's where you spend the win, right?
There it is, man.
So we got the one, man. You know, the Link came out a little late, so he was only able to get one, but still, MVD showing at least that he, you know, he dominates the snake matchup. He's like, whoever you thought you had a good snake, but let me go ahead and show you how to play some snake ditto. So
yeah, wow. I gotta say, man, I know the Link Discord that I'm in is certainly going nuts right now. You know, and that's, you know, one of the great things again about this game. You know, it's again as cliche as it is to say, you know, a top player can pull out a character that you haven't seen in months and really just reshake up your whole tier list and your whole brackets, man. And I think that's the prime example right there. You know, Link, obviously a bit more hard hitting than the other two, you know, iterations of Link in the game. But I think where you kind of trade away some of that combo ability, you get just raw damage, man. And I think that's something Snake just can't quite deal with off stage. You know, he's really banking on that armor with that Cypher. And Link's forward or up B just doesn't care, man.
Yeah.